Welcome to Day 2 of the Future of HR Summit 2021, proudly brought to you by Topco Media in association with Simplify HR. We are coming to you live from Johannesburg, South Africa, engaging in captivating, critical and consequential conversations that are rethinking and reshaping how we engage human capital management across the globe right here.
So, as you know, we've got 2,500 delegates attending this event, and so it's important to use your voice and let the world know what is being discussed and shared here.
We need to learn how to integrate a product into our strategies.
Identify how it is that we want this employee to behave, and how do we want to behave as an organization towards this employee to build a better culture, to build a productive organization.
Accepting that your online work or platform workers such as your Uber workers and your Amazon workers, they are not the traditional employee as you have them. Most of them just work purely on social and digital platforms, and they have a lot of control. If you apply those principles on what constitutes an employee, you'll find that they fall outside that, but it doesn't mean that they cannot be protected in terms of the broader concept of work as found in our constitution.
The other thing for me is this is not something that you start at a legislative perspective. If you're doing this just to tick a box, you're starting at completely the wrong place.
And for me, everything about HR today and tomorrow is driven by data, design and digital.
Our CEO, Satya Nadella, says every company is becoming a software company no matter what industry you're in.
But some people may have too many distractions at home and they actually prefer to do that type of work in an office space. So it's not a one-size-fits-all.
The future of human resources is about building trust, the ability to quantify, measure, and manage it. For an organization, this includes how trust addresses risk.
So it's very important that we elevate the conversation, not just about a technology or a methodology, but understanding the principles and the philosophies and the mindsets required to think differently about the environment that we're in, as I mentioned before.
We need to ensure that we have the right mix of priorities in our talent strategy, which builds capability, also unlocks capacity, and grows our uniquely Unilever culture.
COVID has forced on us change at a rate that we would not have expected over 2 years ago.
You have to be a researcher, you have to be a communications manager, you have to be a brand and campaign manager, and even a designer, because that's all we're doing all day.
Take a CV, take social media profiles, and combine this information sets to get a better view of a candidate.
40% of employees are either looking to leave their jobs or are leaving their current jobs already inside of 2021.
If we get the right people, it's a lot easier to do the right thing. If everyone is using their own values and running on different pages, it's much harder to get aligned.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it brings us to the end of the 7th annual Future of HR Virtual Summit.